adequately budgeted for the projects in the since financial year 2018-19 to date. Further aware that the committee conducted site visits to ascertain the status of the projects indicated in the report, held meetings with the chief officer, and compiled a report. Honorable Speaker, I wish to give notice of motion that this House discusses and approves the Transport, Roads and Public Works Committee report on the ongoing construction of our county government buildings. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Irene Bivia. Mr. Clerk, proceed.
Order number 7, statements.
Proceed, please.
Order number 8, motion.
Honorable members, under this order number, we have one business to be transacted by Honorable Moffat Maida, Chairperson, Justice and Legal Affairs Committee. Honorable Moffat Maida.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, in our Skype meeting yesterday, the Committee on Justice and Legal Affairs Committee requested me to request the House that it be given 7 days more so that it can finish some items which to them seems not right into the report. Mr. Speaker, I beg your indulgence in that so that we can bring a fully comprehensive report. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Just a minute, Honorable Moffat. Honorable Mr. Clerk, can I see you for a minute? Honorable Moffat Maida, looking at the report which is before me, which has already been signed, I would like to request you to read the motion and go ahead and read the petition which was made before the House, and then we can postpone the debate on the report until until it is reballoted again. You will need to give adequate reasons as to why, after you read the petition, you will need to give adequate reasons as to why you would want the report to be postponed, the reading of it today, and request for whatever additional time you may want to get to be able to bring the report before the House. If there are any amendments to the report, then you will have to move them as amendments. But I think the best thing to do is do the petition, read the motion, do the petition, and then we postpone the reading of the report after you have given the valid reasons why you want it postponed. Honorable Moffat Maida.
Honorable Speaker, petition by one Abanas Mutinda Mativa against the following.
You need to read the motion first. Read the motion, the full motion, get it seconded. Then from there you'll be able to read it, because from there you'll be able to read the petition. Then after that, we will give the committee your request for the additional time you needed. First of all, read the motion, get it seconded, so you can adopt the motion first. then you read the petition as it was, and then from there we handle it.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, for your guidance. Honorable Speaker, that aware that Section 15 of the County Government Act 2012 provides that a person has a right to petition the County Assembly to consider a matter within its authority, including enacting, amending, or repealing any of its legislation. And aware that the Assembly received a public petition by Mr. Abanas Mutinda Mativa against Gazette Notice number 3633, dated 10th April 2019, as relates to the appointment of Mavoko Municipality Board members by Dr. Alfred Mutua, the Governor, Machakos County Government, and the nomination, approval, and appointment of Mr. Anton K. Ngunga as a board member of Mavoko Municipality, pursuant to the Standing Order number 194. Noting that in conducting its investigation, the committee met with the key parties to in relation to the petition, including the petitioner, the accused, Mr. Anton K. Ngunga, the Chief Officer, County Law Office, and the Chief Officer, Department of Housing and Urban Development. Further, aware that the committee reviewed relevant documents from various government institutions, including the Directorate of Criminal Investigations, Higher Education Loans Board, Machakos County Department of Housing and Urban Development, Machakos County Law Office, Mavoko Municipal Board, and the petitioner, in exercise of ensuring the right to fair administrative action as stipulated in Article 47(1) of the Constitution. Honorable Speaker, I therefore wish to give the notice of motion that this Honorable House discusses and approves a report of the Justice and Legal Affairs Committee on public petition by Mr. Abanas Mutinda Mativa against the following.
Honorable Moffat, just read again the last, repeat again that phrase.
Honorable Speaker, I therefore wish to give the notice of motion.
Read, to move the motion.
Honorable Speaker, I wish to move to give the notice of motion.
Honorable Moffat Maida, you are not giving notice of motion. I think maybe the document you are reading, right now you are moving the motion.
Sorry. I have the wrong document.
Go ahead.
Honorable Speaker, I therefore wish to move the motion that this Honorable House discusses and approves a report of the Justice Legal Affairs Committee on public petition by Mr. Abanas Mutinda Mativa against the following. 1. Gades Notice number 3633, dated 10th April 2019, as relates to the appointment of Mavoko Municipality Board members by Dr. Alfred Mutua, the Governor, Machakos County Government, and the nomination, approval, and appointment of Mr. Anton K. Ngunga as a board member of Mavoko Municipality. Honorable Speaker, I wish to request Honorable Jacinda to second the motion.
Honorable Jacinta.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'm Honorable Jacinda Luka, nominated by Wiper, and I stand to second the motion. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, now I think Honorable Moffat, what we are going to do is that this report has been read and it's now the property of the House. Since it has been read and it has been seconded. So what I would like you to do is, what I want to do is I'm going to propose the question so that we can be able to accept it first. And then after that, I would like you to give reasons why you want the report not to be read as it is, so that then we can be able to, I'll give you further guidelines as to when the report is going to be presented before the House. So, honorable members, I now propose that this honorable House discuss and approves the report of the Justice and Legal Affairs Committee on public petition by Mr. Banos Mutinda Mativa against the following. 1. Gazette Notice number 3633, dated 10th April 2019, as relates to the appointment of Mavoko Municipality board members by Dr. Alfred Mutua, the Governor of Machakos County Government, and 2. The nomination, approval, and appointment of Mr. Anthony K. Ngonga as a board member of Mavoko Municipality. Honorable Moffat Maida.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, as I requested earlier, the committee requested me to ask the House its indulgence so that we can be given some more time, so that we can go and look at some issues which the honorable members brought, which we were supposed to discuss yesterday, but unfortunately the clerk who was ordering for the Justice Committee did not avail herself yesterday. Remember, Honorable Speaker, when we went for a retreat, we were told, or we agreed, that if any member would wish to send some information for the committee to consider, for it was considered for the to be included in the committee's report, they should write to the clerk so that the clerk can now call us for a meeting to go through them. But unfortunately, the clerk never called us for that meeting for the members to give out their recommendations. And therefore, yesterday, the committee requested me to request for some more time so that we can now go through the members' statements and then include them in the report, Honorable Speaker. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Moffat Maida. Honorable members, the chair has requested for extension of time. The report is now the property of the House. We do have the report with us. So whatever amendments which you are going to make to the report will have to come in as amendments on the report. And since this is already now property of the House, I would like the business on hand to be dispensed as quickly as possible in the House. And therefore, I request that this goes back to the House Business Committee and it be balloted for the next sitting. What that means is that you need to sit down quickly with your committee and look at any recommendations which the members have, incorporate them. And then next week on Tuesday, we are supposed, the next assembly sitting, we are going to be sitting here, you will be able to present this report. The report needs to adequately, Chair, address the prayers of the petitioner, which are that they are against the Gazette Notice number 36, 3 day 10th April 2019, as related to the appointment of the Mavoko Municipality Board members by Dr. Alfred Mutua, the Governor of Machakos County Government, and they are also against the nomination and approval and appointment of Mr. Anthony K. Ngonga as a board member of the Mavoko Municipality. So those are the two issues which the petition has prayers for, and I do believe that the report you are going to bring before the House, with whatever amendment it is going to be able to adequately address those issues as have been raised. So this report needs to come back again to the House in the next sitting. Honorable members, we only had that one single business this afternoon. So with that, the House adjourns to resume again on Tuesday, the 27th day of October, 2020 at 10 a.m. Remember, next week on Tuesday is a public holiday. So we are resuming the following week on 27th day of October, 2020 at 10 a.m. Enjoy the rest of the evening.